Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Impress with a video on Total Panic. It's part of the countdown series towards the World Championship match 2021 between World Champion Magnus Carlsen and his challenger Carlsen-Nepomniachtchi. As I'm recording this video, the match is only 6 days away. The sense of anticipation is almost unbearable. We're going back briefly to November 2014, 7 years ago. Carlsen had become the 16th world champion the year before by dethroning Anand in his hometown of Chennai. Then Anand surprisingly won the Candidates Tournament in 2014 to qualify for a rematch with Carlsen. That match took place in Sochi in Russia in November 2014. On the 15th day of that month, Game 6 was played. We had already had 2 decisive results in a match. Carlsen won Game 2 and Anand did strike back straight away in Game 3. So the score was 2.5 points each before Game 6 was played, in which Carlsen was playing with white and Anand had the black pieces. We joined the game after the 21st move from black, bishop b7 to c6 from Anand. Material is equal and this position should be assessed as a bit better for white. Carlsen has the 2 bishops and Anand is under some pressure in his position. Carlsen played bishop c2 out of the range of the knight with tactical tricks with knight takes e5. Remember that move. King b7 from Anand, and here king d2 should have been played according to Anish Giri, who comments on this game in the magazine New in Chess. This move would get the king across to defend the f2 and g2 pawns. But Carlsen chose rook g4 on move 23. a5, bishop d1, and now rook d8, and now the king cannot pass the d-file. And Carlsen played the bishop back to c2, where it came from. Bishop e2 looks more logical after you play the bishop from c2 d1, but Carlsen now saw that this bishop has nothing to do on e2, and he mustered the strength to take his last move back. That's not an easy thing to do. Rook d2 g8. And here king d1 was suggested by Carlsen in the post-game press conference, but instead he played king d2, and that move deserves a double question mark. And Anand's reply was a4. That move also deserves a double question mark. Anand said that he had been focused on getting counterplay against the a2 pawn by pushing his own a pawn, and we'll hear him say that in a minute. I've got a little bit of footage from the press conference after the game. Anand said, "You do not expect a gift and then sometimes you don't notice it." Carlsen described the agony after playing king d2 as total panic. Because what is wrong with that move king d2? Let's go one move back. If you want to put the video on pause, I'm sure my dear viewer William Squires will do that and see what black could have done instead of a4. How can black make use of that bad move from white king to d2? It's not very easy, it's not an easy tactic. But as soon as Carlsen had made the move, he saw what he had done. And Anand also saw it, but also after he had already played a5, a4. What black can do here is take on e5 with the knight. And that's attacking the rook. So rook takes g8 has to be played. And then there is an in-between move. You don't have to recapture the rook. You play knight takes c4 and that is check. The king has to play attacking the knight, and then there is knight b2 check. And the king has to play again. King d2, and the knight is now safe on b2, and then black finally can recapture on g8. And black has won 2 pawns for nothing. Carlsen didn't think that this was necessarily lost, but black is playing for a win, he said. Anish Giri, in his analysis, thinks that the position might already be beyond the point that anyone can save it. He thought that not even Magnus Carlsen would be able to save this position with white. But a4 was Anand's move after that blunder from Carlsen. Carlsen played king e2, a3 and f3, and that is at move 28. Carlsen went on to win this game 12 moves later on move 40. Both players were visibly shaken in the press conference after the game. Let's look at a bit of footage of that press conference, which I took from a YouTube video from chess.com.
Obviously king d2, I mean, yeah, it shouldn't happen. So
when did you see
just
this?
Extremely lucky. I mean, immediately after I made my move, what can you do? I mean, it's just a feeling of complete panic, and then sometimes you're very, very lucky and you get away with it. The thing is that the position is sort of stably better for white, so you don't expect such things to happen, but obviously you need to be alert, and most of the time you get severely punished for making such an oversight.
Yeah, the thing is, when you're not expecting a gift, sometimes you just don't take it. And Rook G4, I had the same problem, that as soon as I played A5, I saw it. And because I was looking for this A5, A4 counterplay, I thought it would be helpful for me to do this, and I was just very focused on that.
I hope you like this video and that you'll keep counting down towards the start of the Carlsen-Nepomniachtchi match with me. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to the Chess to Impress channel, and please leave a comment. I will read them all and I will reply to them all. If you like the video, it would be great if you could share it on social media by clicking the share button on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook. This is Rick for Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.